RationalWiki's entry dedicated to Christian apologist and philosopher William Lane Craig begins with the following quote from him. Quote, "The person who follows the pursuit of reason unflinchingly toward its end will be atheistic or, at best, agnostic." End quote. The purpose of this quote apparently is to convince the reader that William Lane Craig thinks that atheism is a more reasonable position to hold than theism. However, a critical mind will probably doubt the reliability of the aforementioned quote. Indeed, reading it in the proper context will reveal Craig's actual beliefs. Quote, "A robust natural theology may well be necessary for the gospel to be effectively heard in Western society today. In general, Western society is deeply post-Christian. It is the product of the Enlightenment, which introduced into European culture the leaven of a secularism that has by now permeated Western society. While most of the original Enlightenment thinkers were themselves theists, the majority of Western intellectuals today no longer considers theological knowledge to be possible. The person who follows the pursuit of reason unflinchingly toward its end will be atheistic or, at best, agnostic. Properly understanding our culture is important because the gospel is never heard in isolation. It is always heard against the background of our current cultural milieu. A person raised in a cultural milieu in which Christianity is still seen as an intellectually viable option will display an openness to the gospel. But you may as well tell the secularist to believe in fairies or leprechauns as in Jesus Christ." End quote. Craig is not saying that atheism is the most reasonable belief one can reach, but that Western culture nowadays is such that anyone who follows reason within it will likely end up an atheist. He basically believes that the current Western world is in an intellectual phase that is contrary to theism. That is not the same as saying that it's the most reasonable path to take. Craig is just giving what he considers a fact. Indeed, the part of the article the quote was taken from argued about the necessity by Christians to learn about natural theology in order to make Western culture more welcoming to a Christian worldview. Therefore, I think we can conclude that the selective quotation by RationalWiki is a misrepresentation of Craig's beliefs.